Hello everybody out there in PMF land. I'm Michael Alpough, President of ElectroMeds, and we've been online since 2008. It is not every day that I can introduce you to a PMF system that stands alone from all the rest. Today we introduce the Sedona Pro, developed by Franz Zock out of Austria. There are so many great details that makes this stand apart, so let's get into them now. Okay, we've just booted up the Sedona Pro. First thing that comes up is choose your applicator. Applicator 1 is the mat. Applicator 2 is the small pillow pad. Now you can operate it two different ways. You can operate it through this mouse system here, okay? Or you can use the touch screen. Alright? We'll just touch it, go to wellness here, that's the first thing that comes up. You also have relax and sport. You have different waveforms. You have the sinusoidal waveform, the rectangular waveform. You have a multi-resonance waveform. You also have an impulse waveform, and you also have the Sawtooth waveform. Now, depending on which setting in sport, wellness, or relax, the research has done so that the best possible waveform for the condition has been developed for you. Okay, so we're just going to start with the wellness. Touch screen, I love it. Touch screen, can you believe that? Alright, so we're going to do wellness 1. It's at 100% intensity, and it's at a 30-minute time, and all we do is press start. Now, it's going, you can see the clock. Now, we have a stop button. You know, you can start it all over again with this button, and then also you have edit. So if you want to, let's just say, decide that you want to change the intensity and you want to bring it down to just say 68%, you can, all right? And then if you want to do the time, and you want to bring the time down, you can do the time just like that. So you can bring it down to 15 minutes. Then you restart it, and you're starting over again. Alright? So you can edit on the fly. You can use two different applications at the same time. You can use touchscreen, one finger usage. Okay? This is what separates the Sedona Pro from a lot of the rest of them. It also comes with a manual, gives you all the indication lists, the small pillow pad, as well as the full mat. Comes with also with a 2-year warranty. Now, just for fun, let's compare the Sedona Pro with some of the other systems out there. Greetings. This is Michael Alpough of ElectroMeds.com, and we've been online since 2008. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary by introducing to you one of the top PMF systems in the world, the Sedona Pro. Let's not waste any time. Let's start talking about specifics on why the Sedona Pro is the PMF system for you. This is the Sedona Pro control box. As you can see, it looks very modern, very upgraded, very sleek. Has a full digital window and one button. So at the touch of a button, you're going to be able to control this magnificent machine at the touch of a button. Let's take a look at one of our competitors, and we'll show you how important this is. Okay, so now we have the Sedona Pro on the left, and we have the IMRS on the right. Let's take a quick comparison on each system. On the left, the Sedona Pro has one button with a scroll that you can do and control it any way you want. The IMRS has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 buttons. What looks easier? One button or 18? Now, let's take a look at the Sedona Pro pillow pad. In order to do that, let's do a small comparison between two of the other systems that are on the PMF market today. On your left is the IMRS pillow pad, and on the right you have the MAS Multi-Specialty Plus pillow pad. And in the middle, of course, is the Sedona Pro, which looks like more of a pillow than the IMRS and the MAS. This is very important as we go forward. Now the IMRS, this pad weighs about 2 pounds. Okay? It's got a nice thick cushion on it, and you can't bend it. On the right is the MAS pillow pad. Now, this pillow pad weighs about 9 pounds, which means it has a lot of copper in it. This is very important. Also, the Sedona Pro has about 9 pounds, which has a lot of copper also. Now, as we go forward here, we need to know that the MAS and the Sedona are related, and that the Sedona is an upgrade of the MAS. The thing that they both have in common is that copper is what really moves the PEMF field, and that the more copper you have on a low Gauss field makes it very concentrated and very effective in how it works. So this looks basically that you put this into a pillow. So now the question comes up is, why does this not have more copper? Well, that may have to do with the price. This copper is, it's not cheap. So, but again, when you're talking about how these systems work, the more copper creates a much more concentrated, effective field. And that's why the Sedona Pro, which is a pillow and also is able to, it doesn't slip. You see, the material is different. It's not as slippery as the MAS. So when you set it on part of your body, it stays on that part of the body. So when you compare them, which one would you pick? The Sedona Pro. Let's talk about the Sedona Pro full mat. In order to do that, we'll also be able to compare it to two of the other systems that we did before, the MAS and the IMRS. The Sedona comes in 2 different colors, beige and gray. The MAS only comes in 1 color, as well as the IMRS. When you look at the MAS weighs about 17 pounds, which tells you there's a lot of copper. That's same with the similar weight of the Sedona Pro, meaning that there's a lot of copper in each one of these systems. The money has been put into the system. Now we go to the IMRS mat. Very nice mat, very comfortable to lay on, and it weighs about 4 pounds. So when you compare to how much copper is in this mat, that's in this mat, and then you come to the upgrade one of the Sedona Pro, knowing now that copper is what drives the PEMF field, and the more copper that you have in your system, the more effective the treatment will be. Okay, now enough about comparisons. Let's show you how easy the Sedona Pro is to set up and begin your career with the Sedona Pro. Setting up your Sedona Pro is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Here's your plug-in. You match it with the line there on the output. 1. Same thing with the second one. Same line. 2. And here's your power cord. 3. And you're ready to go. Now, here is a USB port for the future, because Franz Jacques, who developed this with his 27 years of PEMF experience, knew that PEMF changes. There's ways to improve it. He's always looking out for ways to improve it, and that's what's there for. Unlike the IMRS, which has come out with literally numerous different machines over the years in order to sell you more machines. And by the way, this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let's see how the Sedona Pro works. Now on the Sedona Pro, there are many different settings that you can use for different conditions. I'm just picking one of the many. You'll get a chance to read it after you get your manual. So let's go with aching muscles. And that is W2, which means wellness 2. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to start up your Sedona Pro. Now, let me show you how easy it is to begin working with your Sedona Pro for years to come. Start off by turning on the power button. You can see it lights up. It takes just a few seconds for it to actually boot up. Your scroll light will come on bright. And then should pop right up as it loads. Very easy. Now as you see here, you have two choices, applicator 1, applicator 2. You choose one or the other. Here's your scroll button. See how easy it is? 1, 2. Let's choose 1. And we're going to go to wellness because we picked wellness 2. So we push on that. Now we go over to select which one we want, which is 2. And now we're ready to start. And that's how easy it is to start your Sedona Pro career. We have many questions that you probably want to ask us. Feel free to get in touch with us at electromeds.com. The Sedona Pro from electromeds.com has arrived and will be available for you to enjoy for years to come. I thank you for listening. This is Michael Alpough of Electromeds.